Greetings and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon, coming to you with the final review of this week. Today we're going to be looking at the Hasbro Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Marion Ravenwood, from Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is one of, let me see, one of like 6 figures. 5 figures needed to build an artifact. One of them I've already reviewed, Sala. He's up on the shelf right now. I do have one other. I'm still desperately looking for the Indy and Belloc, so if anybody out there comes across those, find me over on Facebook. My group is Big Bacon's Bunker. It's pretty obvious who I am once you get there, so feel free to stop by and send me a message and we'll work something out. Anyways, as always, we're going to look at the packaging. We're going to bust her out, look at the accessories, look at the figure, check her articulation, gear her up, and get her up on a shelf. Now, this isn't going on the traditional shelf like the others. My mother was a big Indiana Jones fan, so I've kind of put those figures over on her shelf. Not really a lot of room on her shelf, but we'll get her close. So, top of the package, we've got the hang tab. And the entire box has sort of like a very light print of a map on it. Factory tape. Front of the box, Indiana Jones Adventure Series. A render of the figure. Build an artifact. Marion Ravenwood, Don't Choke 4+. Hasbro and virtue signaling. And a little artist recreation of the character. This side we've got Stupid Script, and the cross sale. Now this actually breaks down like it does on the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures. This is what you're building. This is what she comes with. And then it breaks down what each and every character comes with as well. So, like I said, Sala, I've done. Him, I have. I'm looking for those two. Those two. This side, bigger virtue signal. Why? Because that's how corporations think they have to operate now, by virtue signaling. More artist recreations here on the side. Nicely done on that. Very Karen Allen-ish. Now, I'm looking at the face on the figure render, and I'm looking bottom of the box, an assload of stupid script. Back here, even more stupid script. We've got a breakdown of what comes in the box. So the figure is 5.8 inches tall, comes with the Build an Ark piece, frying pan, and a little monkey. Marion Ravenwood Adventure Series, Build an Artifact. And once again, that same render that's on the front. Those are some baggy-ass MC Hammer pants, let me tell you. So, without any further delay or ado, and without trying to knock the camera too far out of where it's supposed to be, let's get this thing open. Now, I'm sure buried in here is the thing we all love more than anything. Additional stupid script. Yes! I'm so happy now. Okay, so that's all in the box. Bye-bye, box. So, unusual that the figures behind the Build an Artifact panel, and the artifact piece is actually on its own. And she's literally falling out of there. So we're just going to take her out and say, bye-bye, box. Now, what did I do with the Klondike bar? Oh, the joys of having moved everything around recently. Okay, I should have prepared better ahead of time. So, as you can see on here, we do have more of that mapping. The cutaways in Indiana Jones to the map, always a great touch. So all of the accessory pieces came in this bag. So let's start with the obvious. We have 2 pieces of the Ark. Looks like these pieces just going together like that, creating 2 sidewalls, which in theory okay, there are little peg holes on the bottom of this that just snap onto the pegs on the side. So we've got part of an Ark. Oh, isn't it pretty? From this angle, kind of. Not so much from this side. Let's continue on. We've got a frying pan. I mean, it's not that bright metallic silver, but it doesn't look like that heavily marbled crap either. Maybe here a little bit on the handle it does, but the pan itself, nicely shaped, good sculpt to it. A little bit of paint on the handle would have been appreciated. We have a monkey. Who doesn't love a monkey? And look at that face. That's a face only a monkey mama could love. So lots of paint detail and paint apps on this thing. It's wearing a red vest with some gold trim to it. And it is partially articulated. The tail moves. Mostly rotates, but there is a little bit of up and down on it. The arms, the front arms, I should say, will go forward and back. Not so much, a little bit of inside and out. Mostly just enough to get its hands level. And then the head will rotate. Come up a little bit, go down a little bit. Nice. Yeah, the back legs are kind of fixed. So you're not really going to change how that looks. Now onto the figure. She is also in the map paper. Oh dear God. Okay, let's start with the face, shall we? Okay, they're not as bad as they first look. This one's just really... This one looks like it's further out. Or maybe it's just less shiny. This one... Something about this one is like really bright and then this one's really dark. It's like maybe there's a color missing in here. Eyebrows are on there nicely. Lips. Doesn't have that overly glossy face. But I'm not really seeing Karen Allen. Hair is well sculpted. It is a separate piece, it looks like. God, that's haunting my dreams. Like, this is a glass eye is what it looks like. The print on the shirt is nicely done. Even a little bit of paint up there on the tie. Lots of wrinkles and bagginess to it. Belt, nicely detailed. Pants, like I said, MC Hammer would be jealous. No real paint apps below the waist. Except a little bit on the foot, and we'll get to that in a second. Obviously, different color for the joints than for the pants themselves. Not so much of an issue up here on the sleeves, though. And then we get the feet. The wedges. So we've got some red coming down the back of the foot. And then red on the wrap here. And then the rest looks like it's done in that straw wicker material. But the paint is coming down a little bit too far on this side onto the toes, or yeah, that line where the red stops and the toes begin. There's just a little bit off there, but nothing huge, nothing major. Let's look at some articulation, shall we? So the neck on this is articulated. The head on this is articulated. Now up and down with the head, you're not really getting any up. You get a little bit of down, but the hair just pushes it right back. With the neck, you get a little bit more down, but no real tilt. But you get rotation, but the rotation turns the chin in as the hair pushes. Yeah, not great. Arms will hinge up to 90. Will rotate all the way around. No butterfly jointing. Single jointed pinless elbow comes up to 90 degrees. Rotation at that elbow. Hands rotate. Vertical hinging on the left. Horizontal on the right. She has a ball joint up underneath the shirt, right above the belt. Allows her to move back that far. Forward, virtually none. Got some good tilt though, and rotation. Legs kick out that far, which is more than 90 if she's standing on one foot. Kicks forward less than 90. It's the thickness of these legs. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do without really cutting up high in the crotch piece. Thigh cut for rotation. Single jointed pinless knee comes up to 90 degrees. Has an ugly joint in the front because of the color of it. Rotation at that knee. Feet do not rotate. Hinge back only so far as the bottom of the pants will allow. Coming forward, decent range forward, but once again it stops when it hits the bottom of the pant. Let's get both of these loosened up so I can adjust her to stand. Oh, and there is a rocker joint. Yay! So now accessories. So I've seen somehow people get the monkey on her. I don't know how. Like maybe they swing the tail around and kind of hook it. Put the bottom of the feet. Bottom of the foot underneath the hair in the front. Use the front hands to kind of hold it. So yeah, it can be done. It's not necessarily pretty, but that's not bad. And you want to give her the frying pan. It will slide into the hand, but it's not like a tight, firm grip. So there we have her. So, in memory of Mama, we're just going to move her over under the shelf. And there she is. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.